I am back. I'm so excited. So here's my Eagle Eye 9. There's my forward-facing sonar. Well, I got a tripod here, and I'm going along the shoreline here looking for fish. So I'm using my remote on my Minn Kota. Go along until I see some fish on here. Then I will try and catch them. So far I like this thing. You know, you can go to different pages. Well, here's GPS. Zoom into where we are. There we are. Moving along. Alright, let's see if we can catch some fish. Well, I was going along. I saw a bunch of fish swimming around, and I thought, oh, they look like a bunch of crappies. Well, they were bass. So, but yeah, it helped me locate some fish right away. A lot of times they're mixed right in with the sunnies and crappies, so far I like that live sonar. Right now I've got it because I'm in 5 feet of water or less. So I have the setting at 5 feet deep, and I'm only looking out 50 feet. So 50 feet in front of the boat. I can see there is a couple fish swimming around out here. Now the jig I have on is too small to see on that live sonar, I think. Oh, I missed another one. So it's great to be in the boat. This is my first time out on the boat this year. Everything's working good. Now, one of my batteries was acting a little funny on the charger for my trolling motor. It's a 12-volt trolling motor, but I have 2 batteries hooked up in a series, and I have a Minn Kota battery charger, and they both charged up to green and were maintaining green. And I just left it plugged in, and then when I got out there, when I checked on it yesterday morning, the one battery was already blinking amber again, which means it's charging. And then it got to blinking green, and then it was maintaining green again this morning. But I don't know if that means the battery's going to hell on it, but the green, there's an eye on top to look to see if the cells are still good, and it indicates that it's still a good battery. But I've had them batteries a couple years now and used them quite a bit. See, I see fish over there with this thing. Let's try and cast over to them. But the problem is my bobber now is in the sun. I can't see it. So I might have to bump the boat forward a little bit and cast back to them. Well, I'll keep looking for crappies, let you know if I find any. But so far, it's been fun. It's a nice day out. It was only supposed to get up to 50 today, but it got up to 58. And the wind died down now. It was blowing pretty hard. Now it's calming down. So we'll see if I can find some crappies and have a crappie dinner. We've been out of fish for a month. Papa out. Well, it works. I found some nice sunnies here. Yay for Papa! Yay! Oh, I'm gonna be able to eat fish. That's a nice one. Let's measure it. Weighs over 9.5 inches. I like it. First keeper of the year, baby. And for my search bait, I just use this little thing. I don't know what it's called. Papa Bear. Papa Bear fishing. Yeah, I found him with that thing. With the sonar, cast out. Right away he hit it. But like I say, that jig I got on there, I can't see it on the sonar. I could just see the fish swimming around over there. So that's fine with me. I can use that when I'm using heavier jigs, walleye fishing. I'll be able to see them on the sonar. And I know they say the tungsten jigs show up better, but I'm not using this thing to see my jig. I'm using this thing just to locate schools of fish. In the springtime they come, oh, I missed it. Oh. They'll come in here in schools and they'll chase minnows around and bait. So that's what I'm using it for. All I did was take my trolling motor and go along, and I had it pointed straight out on the side of the boat as I was going along, and I started marking some. First I caught a couple bass, and then that big sunny. So I need 9 more of them sunfish. And mix in a couple of nice big crappies too. Yay! This is so awesome. Look what I'm getting now. Look at this. This thing is 14 inches, baby. There's some people here. I want to let it go, but I don't want them to see me do it. Yeah, I like the... It's not live scope. It's Lowrance Eagle Eye live sonar. So I used it just to locate them. I just kind of moved around until I saw fish. And I'm not seeing big schools of them. I'm seeing like 1s and 2s swimming around together. That 14-incher, that was nice. And I don't think there was 2 boats right over here. I don't think they see in it. But I seen it. You seen it. Oh, there's another bite. Oh, I missed him. Oh, and I did switch to the gulp. The chartreuse gulp alive. What is it? Chartreuse gulp shad. Come on, come back. Because there was another one with that one. I saw him on the sonar and cast it right to him. And I'm only like in 5 feet of water here, so. And you can see the weeds real nice. You can, you know, as I'm going along, I see the spots that there's no weeds, and I see this spot here had some more weeds to it. So I shortened my bobber. I'm only down maybe 2.5 feet. And I'm just kind of hanging out over the tops of the weed tops. So my bobber drifted back that way. And I'm looking kind of to the right of my bobber. I don't see any on there right now. It's hard to want to move around when you've caught a couple, but I think they're just roaming around in here right now. They're not sitting. They're not making beds or anything. They're just coming in here and going back and forth and finding what they can to eat. And hopefully they find my jig. Well, I'm kind of getting it dialed in on this live sonar. Well, I'll turn this around. Hold on. Alright, I'm fishing in like 3 feet of water now. As I was finding them, you know, the weed tops here. Boy, when the fish show up, it looks like a bunch of, a set of teeth with a bunch of teeth missing. You'll see a whole bunch of them. And then I got it just pointed straight out. And my bobber's right there. I'm going to have to cast it back out over here again. When I see the fish, all of a sudden you'll see a whole bunch of them there, and I cast over there, and bam, I catch one. So I've got 7 nice sunnies in here, 7 or 8. I got to count after I catch a couple more. 2 nice crappies, and then I put that big one back. But Eagle Eye 9, I'm really, you know, I don't know, I just was able to see this color the best. So, and you can see I've got it set to 50 feet away and only 5 feet deep. And this is all weeds. And then you'll see the fish up in here when they're there. And they were coming in 1s and 2s, and then they started coming in bigger packs. So I'm very impressed with this thing so far. I wasn't even, you know, counting on using it for this type of fishing. But I had it installed. I wanted to check it out, and yeah, it's useful. I really enjoy it. Plus, it's got all the mapping and everything else in it. It's a big 9-inch screen. I'm used to my little Lowrance 7 and my old LMS 520C. So I'm really used to using Lowrance and navigating with all these buttons. So it's pretty easy to set up and fish. And I do like this little, you know, swivel. And it stays where you put it. So that's nice. Oh, I saw a fish on there, right there. There's one of them right there. They stick, oh, and he just went down into the weeds. So how cool is that? Fish on, baby. Yeah, I saw this one. It was between 15 and 20 feet out, just above the weed tops. I cast right over there. Like I say, my jig's too small to see it on here. But I cast out to him, and that time I actually saw him swim, and then my bobber tipped up. I'm using that rocket bobber. So that rocket bobber tipped up, and bam. So yeah, even in shallow water, this thing's working for me. I didn't even really plan on using it except for just farting around with it and navigating through the settings and everything while I was fishing. But I don't know, it's kind of addicting though. It's made me miss a couple bites too, because I'm sitting here staring at the screen. When I looked up, my bobber was up and I set the hook and missed him. So in that sense, it was a drawback, but I wouldn't have known the fish were there without it. So I just got it. That was my 10th sunny. I got my limit of sunnies. I'd like to pick a couple crappies off before I get out of here, but there's plenty enough for me and Jenny to finally have a fish meal. Yay! So I'm going to end it here. Let's see, what is the date today? April 6th? Yeah, April 6th. And it's supposed to be chilly tomorrow, so I'm not going to fish tomorrow, but I'm going to fish Tuesday, Wednesday. And hopefully more of the crappies come in here. Because last year was really good for crappies here. Got a couple spots marked on my other GPS that I did very well there. And My brother even came down. I think Tom came down too. So that's going to do it for me, man. Bubba out.